You know when you have a dream and you see a pretty woman? You've had that? Now you never actually see an ugly woman in dreams. It's always a pretty woman. And by the way, it's always the same woman for all of us. All of us have a dream of the same exact woman. And she's more dangerous than the Satan himself. Who is she? You're not even allowed to say her name. What are you going to call her for?
It functions very much like drugs. People are addicted to it.
I tried to quit dozens of times, hundreds of times.
My fantasies and stuff, they're not mine anymore.
Cabinet ministers, judges, diplomats, even one of the country's top spies. These men are accused of some of the most sadistic child sexual abuse imaginable on hundreds of victims.
It shouldn't take over your whole life. If you satiate it, you're never going to have enough. If you starve it and only feed it when it's permissible according to the Torah, you're always going to be happy. What about if you don't believe in it? No, I don't believe it's this. I don't believe it's that. Rabbi Akiva knew about that too. He says, Moses got the entire Torah in Mount Sinai. The entire Torah is relevant to even a generation like we have today full of atheists. A generation full of atheists says, no, I don't believe in God. So this Mishnah says, whether he realizes it or not. Whether he realizes there's tikkunim or not, whether he realizes there's a God or not, whether he realizes it's all collateral or not, whether you agree to it or not is irrelevant. You go up to Shamayim, they're not going to ask you, do you believe in God? Because you see it. They ask you, why didn't you follow what he said? If you look at the Gemara and it says, there's a few questions they ask you. Were you honest in your business? Did you make time to learn Torah? Ask you these questions. They don't ask you, did you believe in God? Why? You see it. It's in front of you. They ask you, why didn't you do what he said? Whether you realize that you don't have to pay the bill or not is irrelevant. For all those people who say, no, but he wasn't brought up religious. Neither was Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu wasn't brought up religious. He was brought up in Pharaoh's house. Brought up in Pharaoh's house. He wasn't religious. Can't be religious around all the Egyptians. You can't use those excuses. No, I didn't know. What, you knew now? You're a Jew? Yeah, you knew that Shabbat exists. You knew. Start doing something about it. Whether you realize it or not is irrelevant. They have proof to rely on. The judgment is truthful, is a truthful judgment. Last couple of points is that it says that they have proof to rely on. Meiri says they is referring to the sinners themselves. The sinners have something to rely on, meaning they have something being, they have tshuva. After you went into the water, when Hashem told you don't go into the water. After you drowned and Hashem told you, hey, no, come on, wake up. I slapped you a few times. Wake up now. You don't want to wake up. He's punching you. You don't want to wake up. Mouth to mouth. You don't want to wake up. Shock. You don't want to wake up. Lose money, lose this, lose this. You don't want to wake up. You want to stay chiloni. You want to stay against God. You want to stay atheist. You want to stay full of excuses. You want to stay liberal. Even after all of those things, and send you tikkunim, says you always have an opportunity to do tshuva. You always, as long as the light is on, you have an opportunity to do tshuva. Because the judgment is going to be a truthful judgment. Judgment is going to show you everything you knew you did. They're not going to show you any surprises. No surprises. There's no surprises in the Bedin of Shamayim. They show you your life. They show you you. You stole from your best friend. You cheated on your husband. You cheated on your wife. You stole from this. You did this. They show you you doing it. That's the embarrassment. That's the first part of GEHINNOM. Everybody's worried about GEHINNOM. It's the first part. It's the embarrassment makes you want to die again. The real GEHINNOM after that is much, much hotter. And much worse. But the first part is they show you you doing things that are the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. And you saying, yeah, I did it. You can't lie over there. I did it, yeah. I cheated. I lied. I did this. I did that. Yeah, I did it. What are you going to say? Truthful judgment. Why is all this? Why is Hashem sending you all these tikkunim, all of these isurim, all of these problems? Why is he constantly trying to shake you? Wake up! You're sick! Wake up! Wake up! Why? Why is he giving you a flat tire? Why is he taking all your money? Why is he making your house a disaster, World War VII between you and your husband every other day? Why? Why is there so many problems? Last part of the Mishnah. Everything is being prepared for the final festive meal. What's the final festive meal? Final festive meal is one of two choices. One, you celebrate in Shamayim for passing all these tests. Or two, you survive in a generation that we live in, a generation of the Mashiach. Mashiach arrives, Bezat Hashem, very soon. No more time. Time's out. No more, oh, no, I'll do tshuva now. No, I'll start working. Where's your own? I want to learn Musar now. Yeah, that Musar book, yeah. I actually had it on my shelf. I was just about to start reading it. I got to page 27. Yeah, there's 490 pages. 27, you just finished the index. No more time. No more time. And the reality of it is that even if the Mashiach comes in 10 years, it may not be enough time anyway. Everyone thinks, no, I'm going to do tshuva. I'm going to start keeping Shabbat. That's it, I'm finished. No, my friends. You want to do tshuva? You have to do real tshuva. Real tshuva takes time. Real tshuva means you need to keep everything you know. You learn about kosher, you got to keep kosher all the time. You learn about Shabbat, you have to start learning halachot Shabbat. Someone who doesn't learn halachot Shabbat is definitely breaking Shabbat. Even if they think that it's tzaddikim and they're not breaking Shabbat, they're breaking Shabbat. I tell you from my own experience. I started doing tshuva, I thought I was the biggest tzaddik in the world. I was convinced God was going to talk to me face to face like he did Moshe Rabbeinu. While I'm keeping Shabbat on the 35th floor, I'm not leaving the house. I'm like, you can't violate Shabbat if you don't leave the house. TV's off. In those days, we still had cable and stuff, unfortunately. TV's off, not watching TV. Computer's off. Electric, whatever I'm using is turning on, leaving it on. I am the best Shabbat keeper in history, I'm telling myself. Best. Start learning halachot Shabbat. we have a problem. What's the problem? I'm breaking Shabbat. How am I breaking Shabbat? I said, part of Shabbat is onik Shabbat. Onik Shabbat. Onik Shabbat is enjoying Shabbat, the joy of Shabbat. So part of my onik Shabbat was making sauce on Shabbat. I would take these tomatoes and grind them with my hand. Grind the tomatoes. It's really delicious. And put some hot peppers on it. And put some spices on it. To put it on part of the meal. But make it fresh on Shabbat. Little did I know, you're not allowed to grind on Shabbat. Same thing like lighting fire, grinding on Shabbat. I'm thinking of tzaddik. You don't learn halachot Shabbat, you're breaking Shabbat, my friend. So tshuva is, no, I'm just sleeping all day on Shabbat, I'm a tzaddik. I go to shiur once a week, I'm a tzaddik. No, my friends. It takes time to do tshuva. Don't think just because you started keeping Shabbat last week, you're already finished. You have to work on your halachot, everything you need to learn. Second thing is, you have to work on your midot, your character traits. If you're stingy, if you are, angry person, if you are, you have no confidence in Hashem, you have no emunah, you have all these different negative traits, you have to fix them. The sages asked the Gaon Mivina, if it was so important for us to work on our character traits, why didn't they make it part of the 613 mitzvot? The Gaon Mivina answer, he says, because the whole point of the mitzvot is to fix your midot, to fix your character traits. That's why Hashem gave you so much stuff to do, to keep you busy and keep you out of trouble, while at the same time using those things that you're doing to develop those midot. So you wake up in the morning, you say Modeh Ani, teaches you to be grateful. First thing in the morning, be grateful. Why? You have a soul, you have a body, you have eyes, you have ears. Why are you complaining? What are you complaining about? You have no money? Do you know how much somebody that's rich is going to pay for one eye? You know how much someone that's rich will pay for a liver? You know Steve Jobs, before he died, he was an atheist. But he had at least $7 billion. Some say much more. At least $7 billion he had. Why did he die? His liver wasn't good. Now if you told Steve Jobs before he died, we have a new liver, but it cost $6,999,999,999. We're going to leave you $1. Is he pay or not? Or you die tomorrow. We're going to leave you with $1, so at least you get coffee from Starbucks, maybe. With the pig's oil in it. No, you need $5 for Starbucks, I think. So not even Starbucks. You have to go to McDonald's with the pig oil, for sure. No, we're leaving you $1. You have one day, you have choice. Right now, you make a choice. All of your money leaving you $1, or you die. Does he pay or not? Any fool think no. He pays. You have it for free. You have it for free. You wake up in the morning every day and it works for free. What are you complaining about money? You know how much Ray Charles will pay to see with your eyes? You know how rich he is, how much money he had, but how much he would give all of it to see for one day. Blind person never seen, you give him your eye. One eye, not two eyes. You have two eyes for free. He gives you everything for one eye. One eye. You have it for free. I think Beethoven was deaf. It'd be the Beethoven or one of the other legends in music, was deaf. And he achieved an extraordinary amount of success in music while being deaf. But do you know what? He would give you all of that success just to be able to hear his own music, or somebody else's music, a fifth grader's music, playing one of his songs with one ear, not two. You have two for free. What are you complaining about money? We complain non-stop because we have no idea what we have. Hashem is telling you, I'm preparing you. I'm talking to you. I'm giving you different trials, different tribulations, different issues in your life because you just don't get it. You just don't get it. You're still complaining about money for no reason. You're still complaining about stuff you don't have when you really have it. Stop complaining. Do something. Fix yourself. Little by little, I'll give you more. But fix yourself first. Stop asking for a raise when you're not even doing any good with what I gave you. Because eventually the clock runs out. If the Mashiach shows up, everyone's going to see it. Everyone that's alive is going to see it. And if you look in the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 10. It's extraordinary what it says here. For all of those sick souls in the world that don't believe in reward and punishment, all you have to do is go to this chapter. In the time of the Mashiach, this is what it says. But you have forsaken Hashem, who have forgotten my holy mountain, who set the table for God, who filled the libations for many. In essence, he's saying, not only did you forget God, you went and idol worshipped. You went to Christianity. You went to Catholicism. You went to Buddha. You went to all this garbage. Instead of the source of all water, you went to some cistern, broken cistern in the middle of the desert, looking for what? He gave you everything. You went somewhere else. He gave you the money. You used it to go against him. I will consign you to the sword, and all of you will slump down a slaughter, because I called and you did not answer. Hashem says, I kept sending you calls. I kept sending you text messages. I kept talking to you. Nothing. You don't pick up the phone. Hello, I'm not home. Hello, I'm not home. Hashem's talking to you. He sent you this. He sent you that. No, I'm not home. You're telling God I'm not home. I spoke and you did not hear. You did what is evil in my eyes, and what I did not desire you choose. Therefore, thus said my Lord Hashem, behold, my servants will eat and you will starve. My servants will drink and you will thirst. My servants will rejoice and you will be ashamed. My servants will exult from goodheartedness, and you will cry out from the pain of heart and wail from a broken spirit. First level of punishment, Shem Yirachem, at the time of Mashiach, Prophet Isaiah is telling us, first level is Hashem is going to make all the Reshaim, all the people that went against God, watch the reward of the Tzaddikim. All of the people that don't want to do Teshuva, don't want to learn Musar, don't want to fix their midot, don't want to do nothing. No, Hashem loves me, Hashem loves me. What loves you? You're an enemy. Every week you say he doesn't exist by not keeping Shabbat. Every week you're making his children sin by walking immodestly. Every day you're violating your time that he gave you by using it to watch baseball, football, basketball, everything but Shiur Torah. Every day. You're not a friend, you're an enemy, according to him. Go to the description of what he says, Parashat Vayetchanan. Who's an enemy? Who is a friend? Who's a lover? Who's an enemy? He tells you, last 3 verses. I pay my lovers, those who keep my mitzvot, for thousands of generations, but for my haters, meaning the opposite, those who don't keep mitzvot, I punish them by giving them cash to their face, their reward right up front. Why? To eliminate them. Eliminate them before the Mashiach comes. Eliminate them because they have no Olam Haba. Eliminate them because Hashem doesn't want to see them anymore. I gave you money, you used it against me. I gave you health, you used it against me. I gave you legs, arms, eyes, ears, everything, you used it against me. The time of Mashiach, he says, part of the first level of punishment before GEHINNOM, before the hot, before everything, he's going to make all the Reshaim watch the Tzaddikim. He says, what? This is what you could have had. Your whole life you chased money. Why? Because you were looking at MTV cribs, looking at other people's houses. One of the 10 commandments, velo tachmod. You're not allowed to be jealous of people. It's one of the 10 commandments. Even the goyim know this. You're not allowed to be jealous of people, what he has. You can't look at other people's house. Oh, look at his house. Look at his this. Look at his that. What are you looking for? Why are you looking at his house? What's it to you how much money he has? What's it to you what kind of car he has? Why are you looking? Why are you jealous? Are you saying God made a mistake? He should have gave it to you, not him? Are you saying God made a mistake? Chutzpan. Why are you looking at his money? Why are you looking at his pocket? Why are you counting how much money he has? Why? Why do you care? Why do you care if he's successful or not? He pays your bills? Velo tachmod, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to do these things. Why? It's going to ruin you. It's poison. So your whole life you're chasing money. Why? Because you want to be like him. You want to be like the guy that has a penthouse. And the car parks in the living room. It's not good enough for him to park in a garage like the rest of mankind. He has to put the car with the fumes, with all the garbage. He wants to put it in the living room so you can look at it. If that's what you've gotten to in your life, where you have to look at your car in your living room, you, my friend, are worse than dead. You have serious problems. You need to look at your car in the living room, you're miskin. You know all those people, all day they take selfies. All day, take selfies. Well, you don't have anybody to give you a picture. Take a picture of you. You can't ask any normal human being, say, take a picture of me. All day taking selfies. Once in a while, I understand, you want to take a picture. There's nobody around, you want to take a selfie with you and your wife or your kid or whatever. But all your pictures are selfies, you have nobody around you to give you a picture. Or people take pictures of their food. What do I care what you ate? Why do I care what you ate? They take pictures of their food. They went to a restaurant, want to show everybody what they ate. Why? Why? Because they want to show off. I went to this restaurant and you know how expensive this restaurant is. I'm in this way. I'm in Tahiti. I'm in Bali. I'm in this one. I'm in the casino. I'm in this. I'm in GEHINNOM. I'm in Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm in this one. I'm in all these places. Why? Why are you causing other people to be jealous? Why? Why are you causing other people to be jealous? You know you're going to have to pay for it also. He's jealous. He's an idiot that he's jealous. He's jealous of nothing. He's jealous of material. You are trying to make him jealous from what? Why don't you tell him about the fight you just had with your husband? Before you took the picture of the food. Because the husband left you. The only thing that was left in the room was you and the food. The husband left. So you're pretending like your life is great, so you took a picture of the food. Why are you making people jealous? Why? Velo tachmod. We have to start realizing we have to fix it. We have a lot of problems. We have a lot of sicknesses. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be sick. Because there's a cure. There's a cure. You learn Torah, it's a cure. You start doing things, it's a cure. It's okay to be sick. It's not okay to deny it. It's not okay to say, yeah, no, I'm not sick. What do you mean not sick? Dude? Your arm's falling off, my friend. Your arm's falling off. Your foot doesn't look that good either. Your arm's falling off. No. You're sick. You don't look that good. You're chiver, you look a little white, shade of see-through parts of your body. No, I'm good. I'm fine. What fine? Your eye just fell out while I'm talking to you. You're not fine. No, I'm fine. I'm strong. I feel stronger than ever. You're sick. The guy gets angry because somebody cut him off in the highway. You're sick. Why are you so angry? He cut you off, big deal. So why did he cut you off? So what? Who do you think you are? What? No one's ever going to cut you off. You're like everybody. They're going to cut off everybody else except you. Well, you never cut off anybody. You're the tzaddik driver. You always signal when you pass, even at 2 o'clock in the morning. You signal. You never cut off anybody. You're Mr. Tzaddik. There's a kippah on your roof. So why did he cut you off? Oh, she gave me an attitude. Okay, so she gave you an attitude. He gave you an attitude, really. He's trying to make her give you a test. So what she give you an attitude? Does that mean you have to act like an animal? No. Relax. Why? Mashiach comes, no more time. No more time. Even if the Mashiach is going to come in 10 years from now, maybe it's not enough time. Unless we start working on it today. We start working on it today. We start fixing ourselves today. We start looking in the mirror the way the mirror is supposed to be looked at and start saying, I have this problem, that problem, this problem, and that problem. I have a wealth of problems. Pick one. Pick one to fix. You can't fix everything one day. Pick one to fix. Pick one. Start working on it. After you started, okay, get some momentum, fix the next one. Get some momentum, fix the next one. Get some momentum, fix the next one. Next thing you know, you're a different, better version of you. You're not as sick anymore. So at least when the Mashiach arrives, or when the loan is being called from Shemaim earlier than you expected, you say, here's my tzaddik son. No, tzaddik, I was still learning halachot Shabbat. I was still, but you're tzaddik. No, I'm telling you, God, I can't lie to you. I didn't know the halachot of Shabbat. It was 3 books. I only knew 1. No, you're tzaddik. No, what do you mean? God, I still didn't know. No, you're tzaddik. Why? Because you tried. I gave you tools and you tried your best. You're tzaddik. Whatever tools I gave you, you did the best you could with the tools. You're tzaddik. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, there's certain things you have to pay the bill on, certain things, but you're tzaddik. Why? You tried your best. You tried your best, you're okay. You have nothing to worry about. Mashiach, no Mashiach, you have nothing to worry. You tried your best. But can any of us really, right now, answer yourself before you go to sleep? Think about this. Say Shema Yisrael before you go to sleep. But during Shema Yisrael, say, am I trying my best? Am I trying my best? Am I really the best version of me like I am right now? Am I using all the tools that I have to be me? The best version of me. If it was chasing $1 million, I would be like a missile. Going to Beit Knesset, not so much. Learning Torah, not so much. Working on Shlom Bayit, Raising kids, Everything is like 25, 30, 40%. It's like the dying iPhone. You turn the iPhone on in the morning, it already died. That's sometimes our mitzvot. Am I trying my best? You do before you do Shema Yisrael, say, am I doing my best? Am I more concerned about collecting mitzvot or collecting dollars so I can tell people my stock account is at all-time highs? If you have a huge bank account, a huge stock portfolio, a huge investment, retirement, but there's poor people around you, you have to know. You have to know this. You have to pay for that. God didn't give you money to your savings accounts. You have money. There's poor people around you. There's people that are learning Torah their whole life. They have nothing to eat. You're worried about your savings account. You have a problem in Shemaim. You're worrying about IRA account. The guy didn't make his rent payment. Doesn't have chicken to put in a chicken soup. You have a problem. He's connected to you, you have a problem. So this is just gives you a small token of the disease we have. Good news is we can fix it. How? Start like this. You listen to Shiur Torah, you go home, you ask yourself a question, where do I stand? And tomorrow morning, Be'ezrat Hashem, you wake up refreshed, alive, and aware. I have something to fix.
I've heard enough. New arrival screams, echoing through the hallway to know that this ain't good. Once they pass them through the infierno, they don't come back. It's enough to make you go crazy.
Do not think we fear you, Spirit. We know your power is born of evil. This is your last night in the land of the living. You understand me, malevolent demon?
cure you seek. Go within. Just know, once you've crossed that threshold, there is only one way out.
There was a rich family that lived here called the Hetheringtons, and unfortunately, their daughter passed away of a heart attack inside the house. Basically, they were so devastated that they reached out to people claiming to be psychic mediums. They actually weren't psychic mediums. They opened up a total of 11 portals inside this house and invited spirits and entities from all different kinds of dimensions.
Well, I think there are certain pieces of evidence that there is an afterlife.
Resurrection of the dead is affirmed pretty clearly in the Talmud and the Midrash.
To be honest with you, to give this lecture is a nightmare. If it was up to me, I wouldn't do it. There's going to be some graphic details.
This place is a maze.
The person after death went to a place called Sheol.
This is by far the largest near-death experience study that has ever been conducted.
People go to a place and they experience weird things. And sometimes they actually will see a character of some type. Well, where did that come from?
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there.
They may describe feeling profoundly peaceful, seeing a bright, warm, welcoming light. Some people describe watching doctors and nurses working on them with incredible accuracy.
Next thing I knew, I was above my body watching the operation.
How long did you feel like you were gone?
I went to a place of timelessness. And so what that means, it could have been a second, could have been 5 minutes. I don't know.
Can you imagine waking up from your sleep and not being able to move?
As I'm lying there, I realized that there's an evil presence next to me.
Do you believe that angels, demons exist?
Holy shit, dude, get out of here! Oh my god, dude!
Strange things keep happening. Bizarre nightmares, as if I'm on fire.
Whoa, what the hell is this? Man, I've got bad chest pain.
Satan's Hollow is what it's called, the portal to hell.
Some people calling it an eye of fire, while others said it looked like the portal to hell opening up.
And the next thing I know, I was outside of my body, looking at my body.
What I'm going to do is called claromancy, the art of throwing lots or throwing bones.
2,000 years of experience, passed down, recorded, of how demons work.
God has them all on a leash, and he lets the leash go enough to let them tempt us, because that's what makes us spiritually stronger.
I'm trying to be as graphic as possible so you understand what we're talking about.
It's your ticket to reality. It's your ticket to freedom. It's your ticket to immortality.
Is there an afterlife? Is there a
It's
God?
the type of information that can keep you away from the Yetzirah.
What happens to us after we die?